Nice note-taking person.
Yeah, I know you are. You're the best.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all right. Okay. So, what do you mean by independence?
Let me look up your text message.
Huh?
Let me look up your text message.
The one from today?
Yes. What did you say to me? Do you know?
Yeah. You said that you were trying to get them to do things your way. And I said the goal is to make sure that you can go back to where you were about 6 months ago, where you could shower on your own, you could walk. I mean, now, again, it's not about walking marathons. Walking 300 feet's a goal, in my head. If it's 250 feet, that's still good. My concern was, I say mine, but the concern is that you went from your room to the kitchen and you could barely stand up because you were breathing so hard. That's a very short distance, right? If you could go, and you could go a little further than that without heavily breathing, that's kind of the hope there. Being able to wash yourself in the shower, which you were doing the day before you went to the hospital, right? Being able to use the restroom, which you were doing, right? Is your nurse coming?
No, I saw somebody walk by.
Oh. So before you left, you were able to get up and use the restroom and the bidet, right?
Right.
And wipe, as far as I understood.
Yeah, I just use mostly depending on the bidet.
Yeah, I use the bidet too, because
which is great.
After my surgery pops, I haven't been able to reach my hand around to wipe myself in months. Because after the surgery and the spinal, whatever, epidural or whatever it is, my back's been messed up.
Right.
So it's not about, oh, you have to go wipe yourself and this, that, and the other. It's about being able to have some independence. It's not about, hey, you need to cook 3 meals a day. And I mean, you make your bed usually, but you don't have to, do everyone's laundry and then scrub your dishes. It's not even like that. Like,
I never said that.
I'm defining what I meant this morning. Being able to shower and use the restroom and get dressed, shirt, pants. I need help putting my socks on, all right? I'm also a bigger person.
Yeah,
and I have a numb abdomen.
I keep telling an OT, I don't wear socks.
I know.
I never wear socks.
But being able to put on your slippers without falling over, right? Like, those are the kinds of things that would be what I would consider setting goals for you.
You threw my slippers away, right?
No.
The green ones?
Threw them away. You mean took them home?
Did you take them home or throw them away?
Why would I throw them away?
I don't know.
Are you having conversations in your head again?
Weird things happen. I can't.
No, I didn't throw them away. They literally told me anything that if anything that we didn't want to be stolen to remove from here. Right. They said, I don't want to say there's theft in this place, but there's enough that we'd be concerned about personal belongings. So I took your wallet, and the only thing that's here are your clothes.
Right.
Your phone and your glasses.
Which are guarded by me all the time.
Yeah, the charger, the phone, the glasses. That's everything else is clothes. Anyway, so by independence, I mean that's half of it, right? That's half. That's 50% of the job. Being able to be independent in a sense, like you can eat your own food, you can take your dirty dishes to the sink, not wash them. You can make sure that you wash yourself. If you knock crumbs on the floor, you can pick up a cracker and put it in the trash can. You can take your dishes to the sink. You can go to the restroom. You can take a shower, whatever, every 3 days, and make sure that you're clean. And if you need help with a powder, like on your abdomen to keep dry, that's not a big thing.
Right.
But it's not saying, hey, I need you to soap my back or whatever, okay? That kind of thing.
You got to be careful with those powders around babies.
Yeah, I get powdered every time I take a shower. Do you know that? To keep my abdomen dry. And I'm not powdering in the air where we light incense every day.
Well, okay, I'm just saying it's dangerous for babies to breathe in powder.
Yeah, but if you need powder, you're correct. Then you'd be laying on your bed. If I need powder, I'm laying on the recliner or the couch or something. It's not like Myra's on my chest when I'm getting powdered.
Right, I know. Okay.
So that's what I define as physical independence, right? To get you more mobile. Do you need help cutting your nails? Of course. Do you want help getting food to you? Of course. Do you need help going from your room to the car? Hopefully not. I don't mean like an aid, like a cane or a walker. I mean like we don't want you to collapse because you're breathing so hard.
Right.
Right? That's what I meant by the goal of PT and
I
OT.
still breathe pretty hard.
Yeah, I wheeze too. But the wheezing pops that you were doing from the bedroom to here, to the bedroom to the kitchen were
Ridiculous.
outstanding, is probably the word I'd use.
I know.
Like, it was painful to hear you.
But it wasn't because I've been smoking or vaping anything.
No one accused you of why. It's because when you become sedentary for so long, right, your body gets used to that and atrophies many parts. Even me, I've been working from home for 4 years, so I can't walk 3 miles like I used to. Do I want to go out and do walking? Yes, because it'll help me build my stamina back up. But if someone said, hey, I'll give you $1 million to walk 5 miles, it'll take me hours to do that. But that's step one. Step one is physical independence. Step two is behavioral. Is what it comes down to.
Okay.
But going back to the independence.
So you give me guidelines.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to live in House Mnemonics, if that's where you want to be, yeah, there's some, I don't want to call them conditions, but just some etiquette that would have to be.
Well, as long as I know what they are, what it is.
It's really, truly up to you, okay?
Okay.
Like, you were talking about physical independence, so I wanted to clarify that. Do you not believe you can do those things?
I believe I can.
Well, that's because you started saying, I don't think I can do what you were telling me, whatever you said 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
From the text message.
I'm trying to make sure that I understand.
Well, I was concerned when you said that you were doing things, having them do it your way. But I wanted to know the goal isn't for you to stay here forever.
Well, no.
The goal is to help you literally get back on your feet. And the behavioral thing, when you get the step one for the physical part under control, we can talk about the next part, which really truly comes down to mindset and open communication. And oh, your baby. Not my baby, but a baby.
Yeah.
But it really is just if you're open and honest about things.
You might actually hear somebody dying.
That was a baby.
Okay. I'm just telling you, somebody's dying.
I understand. I heard on hospice, morphine every 2 hours increase until they pass. I get it. The mindset behavioral thing that I was mentioning is about open transparency and honesty. Okay, the dynamic is very interesting to live in a small place with so many people, and we're truly trying to make strides to get into a house. Okay, but the economy right now, they just laid off a bunch more people at Amazon and Google. And with the election coming up, I don't think the economy is going to suddenly bounce back in great improvement.
Yeah, no matter.
It doesn't matter who's in the office.
That's going to have no effect.
And I can tell you from reading Inman News and business articles and financial health articles and doing that as part of my job, that it's not going to get better right away. A house on the market that's, say, 4 bedrooms, 2.5, 2 full and a half bath, right? That is $450,000, $500,000 right now. 3 years ago is $250,000. Mm-hmm. So there's a balance that has to take place. Like, why, if we're going to save money, essentially, why get a house at $500,000 if we wait 2 or 3 years and get one at $250,000. There's a balance. Unfortunately, it's in limbo. That being said, having a dynamic of a life partnership, my husband and I, with our kids and you, can be tumultuous sometimes because there is no privacy for us. Everyone's privy to our, I'll call them arguments, our conversations, our debates, our working out our shit, right? Which I think is just as hard on you as it is on Wyatt. Because it's like, yo, you guys are bickering. We're finding our way of communicating, which at times isn't fair for you guys. But that being said, if we are open and honest with everyone, within reason, maybe not fully fully transparent with Wyatt. He's still a young man.
Right.
But if there's something you want to tell us about, be honest about it, right? When I was here last time, you were talking about an apology that we never said had to be delivered. But if you give us honest feedback, expect us to do the same in kind. And it may not be something you want to hear, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And same thing, if you have a grievance, say it out loud, but not in anger or malice. Just don't let it fester. That was the issue we had in 2021 in October, was you let something get to bothering you. So again, physical rehabilitation and behavioral mindset. We haven't even got into the topic and the guidelines because right now the first qualification isn't met. You have to be able to get up and moving around before we take the next step, but it's always step by step. Your family. And the first step, literally getting back on your feet, is going to help you if you do want to go to Missouri, if that's the plan.
I really don't think I do.
Okay.
I really don't know.
It's okay. We're leaving in 3 months, though. No matter...
Okay. Here, I got a question.
Yeah, ask your question.
You don't... Why can't I just stay by myself?
You can. But if step 1 is not met and you're not physically rehabilitated and you're in the shower and you fall, no one is going to be there and you will die. It is about as simple and direct as I can get. If it's the middle of the night and you fall out of bed and you lay there and no one's there to help you, you're going to die, which is what we are trying to avoid.
Right.
Which is
means
why
I need to always have my phone where I can access it.
No, you have to be at step 1. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but if you're not able to sustain a week by yourself and getting up and walking to the kitchen, you can't just eat raviolis all the time, man. You got to be able to have some sustenance. There's not going to be 30 days of frozen pizzas.
No. Anyway.
But it still comes back to step 1.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, which I know you're working on. Okay?
Yes.
Which is why I'm also working hard to get you into a place that encourages it more. Right? If they're so short-handed that you hit that call button 45 minutes ago and not a single person's coming, you would have shat all over yourself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If you needed help because you fell.
Because I won't do like other people try to do and start throwing shit at the door, which has never accomplished anything for anybody I've seen do it so far.
No, but I know your left hand doesn't work. You're clipped in, right? If you're locked, if you need me to wheel you to the bathroom, I can do that because I'm here.
Yes, I know.
But...
Or I can go over with my walker.
Or I could put both the call buttons and see what happens when you start hitting both of them.
Well, since I have had a roommate and we've tried that, it's all just one thing.
No, there's 2 lights.
No, it's not.
Yes, there is. There's 2 cords. One says call placed. And there's a red light on your side, and there's a red light on that side. And I know because when Rocco was in here, you both hit that call button the one day. In the evening when I came.
We used to do it all the time. Didn't make any difference in getting it.
No, it doesn't. But...
Except that somewhere it should record it in the system. Maybe.
So, question, because I can't...
I know you needed to go 20 minutes ago.
Well, Well, I have to go back to Walmart to return the underpants and then try to figure out how to get new ones. But I literally just came to give you a new pair of clothes. Okay. But then Nicole called me. Not that she is going to come to your room, but
No.
that's what I was going to give her to get this process going for you. Hopefully, by the middle of the week, we can get you to Exton. I don't know. I don't know what that means, how much coverage there is.
So, you're not going to try to rush me home by the middle of the week?
Rush you home.
I mean, I'm not rehabilitated enough to go home.
Not until they clear you.
Well, yeah, okay, I'm just saying.
You have a maximum of 20 days before they start charging. And they have to legally give 48 hours notice prior to discharge. So you would know because they would give you 2 days notice prior to discharge.
Okay.
So even if, they said something about tomorrow and they would accept you, we'd figure it out if, whatever the case may be. But if they were going to discharge you, you would not need to call the button, right? You'd be up moving around on your own.
Right.
Going to the bathroom and stuff like that.
You would think.
More or less. Do you have any questions or anything you want to talk about before I go?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Okay. You just mentioned the text, so I wanted to make sure. You can always, I know texting's not easy, but I think the voice memos helped, don't they?
Yes, just...
It gives me a transcribe option.
I don't know what... Yeah, do I sound coherent?
Yeah. I can...
I'm usually trying to talk pretty quiet because I don't like other people know what I'm saying.
I know. But I figured it's easier than typing.
Yeah, because I have a rough time doing it.
I know. Well, I love you, Pops. It'll work out.
I love you too. I just... tired.
Yeah. It's hard work.
Mentally and physically, I'm tired.
I know.
But I could stand up, hold on to that walker, and use my legs to stand up. And if I convinced them, I could get in the chair if they just stand there while I step on my walker.
Do you want me to move the walker to you? And also, who thought you sat around watching TV all day?
In my mind.
Oh. Yeah.
You know that guy, that son of a bitch.
Dude. Diablo Rojo over there.
Channels that I really like. The Paramount Channel.
Nat Geo. Oh, Paramount. I thought you were on your phone watching it.
No. Paramount Channel, which I didn't know Paramount had their own channel besides Paramount Plus. The Paramount Channel, FX.
Nat Geo.
Nat Geo, all the goodies.
TNT, USA.
BBC America.
AMC.
Yeah, see.
Hallmark.
AMC, that's all the old
Discovery. Yeah.
That's all the old shit that all the old people watch, like Beverly Hills.
Your sister sent us, oh man, what's the movie called? It's about Conchis in the Cochise, yeah, in the Dragoon Mountains, the Cochise stronghold. I can't remember the name of the movie.
It's not historical.
Yeah, but she really liked it, and we're gonna watch it.
Oh, that's good. I'm proud if she liked a movie that had non-Caucasian actors in it.
James Stewart?
Well, you know who he is.
No, I have no idea who he is.
Maverick.
Well, they went to see the Cochise stronghold on their mini vacation.
Your mom used to watch him all the time. The new Maverick.
Okay.
Oh, did you say James Stewart?
I did say James Stewart.
I'm sorry. It's Jimmy Stewart. Yeah. He was a World War II fighter pilot, and he wasn't the person that I thought. He's someone I admire a lot. He also starred in the movie Sack.
She really liked it. She sent it.
Yeah, which is the only movie that actually had B-36s in it.
Well, maybe you'll get a nap in.